Welcome, my name is Richard Flook and I'd like to talk to you about your new MiHealth. Let's now look at some of the other mind settings. So on your screen you'll see mind, and when you come to the mind setting you'll get ESR, which is emotional stress release, emotional energy, inner peace, mental clarity. They really do speak for themselves. Obviously, if you've studied with me, you'll understand what these mean. BSH is brainstem hologram, so something to do with digestion. CCH is cerebral cortex hologram, meaning dealing with the outer layer of the cortex. CH is cerebellum. Cortex issues are to do with territorial, social issues, or to do with separation conflicts, or to do with, separation conflicts and feeling paralyzed conflicts. Cerebellum conflicts are all to do with protection, and cerebral CMH is all to do with cerebral medulla hologram, and liberator is all to do with liberation. Okay, so let's say that I had a problem with my guts. Then I put it on brainstem hologram, switch it over to the brainstem. Let's get it going that way, and then I can use it on various sort of means. I could actually have it on the electrodes and then increase the intensity. If you're working with a client, by the way, what you do is you get them literally to put it on, say, an arm or on their belly. You can hear it on my belly here, and you could rub it on the belly here. Okay, and it switched itself off. Okay, and I can rub it on my belly in a circular motion, and this will then bring up the underlying conflict. If I want to actually get it from the client, I can use broadcast, and I actually want to go via the brain. I can set it on broadcast and put it by the brain stem here. Okay, and I can have it away from the skin, or actually just basically touching the skin. The electrodes are not working, it's on broadcast, and that would then bring up the conflict, the brainstem hologram conflict. Right. And then once I've got the conflict, I switch over to liberator. I can put liberator on again on the same place, increase the electrode amount, put it on the belly, just like we saw earlier. Okay, I haven't got my six-pack working. I've been spending too much time eating too much good food. Or I can switch it off again. Switch over to the broadcast and just have it on broadcast. You don't need to alter the intensity at all. Put it on the brainstem area, and that will then allow us to release the underlying conflict using broadcast. Okay. A couple of other important things you need to know is if the device suddenly starts playing up, what you can do if it switches off is you can press the two top buttons here at the same time as you press the on and off switch. Press it like that, it'll switch off, and then switch it back on, and it will reset itself. That's very useful if there's a problem. Next thing as well that you might need to know, if it totally locks up and that doesn't work, what I've just shown you, then literally take the battery out. Just remember to prise it open like that, open it up and take the battery out, leave it for a few seconds, put it back in, and it should sort itself out. Okay, remember you have little electrodes at the top here. These can be used to get into smaller areas. For women, there is a skin setting. Just see where that is. That's in well-being. You have digestion, head, skin, memory, speed. Very useful. Some of the girls have been using that to get an instant facelift. Using the electrodes, put it on that, increase the amount, but just gently, because this can be very, very delicate up there. Okay, under the eye. Very, very useful. Okay, and you can increase the intensity for it. a little amount, and that will actually give you almost an instant facelift within about 10 minutes. I think you might just be able to see that eye has changed from the other one there. Just with a tiny small amount of skin under the eye there. So that can really help. Okay, so skin, very, very useful. Other important features are the cycles. And you'll have quite a lot of cycles on there. The best one I like is Chinese. For Chinese you need to set the clock correctly. It's incorrectly set here. But set it up to the time zone you're flying to. And then what you do is you literally just switch it on, and it goes through every single organ in a 24-hour period. So you might have to plug it in to the side of the bed while you're sleeping, and it will reset all the organs to the new time zone that you're working. Very, very useful. Next on here as well is another one, is radiation. Don't use radiation at all, apart from if you're flying. The first 10 minutes of radiation gives you polarity. Polarity is very, very useful for resetting the poles, the clock that you have inside yourself, and where you are in the world. It's very, very useful for that. So you can set it up for 10 minutes on that. The other one as well is peace, and that'll just make you feel peaceful. And then transform. You really only need transformation about, I suppose once in a blue moon, when you're really wanting to deal with transforming your own personal life. Okay, I think there are some other things in here. There's protect, which again, if you're flying, then you can use air travel, and you could use food if you're worried about food. CFI, I believe, stands for cold, flu and influenza. I don't know, but it's useful for that type of thing, to protect yourself from those types of things. Immune, energetic territories. So if you have an immunity, EMF stands for electromagnetic frequencies. Let's see. I think that possibly covers everything. There's energy, I covered that. Well-being, yes, I've covered practically everything that you have on there. Okay, good luck with your MiHealth. Just contact me if you need more information. Richard Flook at whyamisick.com.